We are live.
Not yet.
When you wish upon a star. Good evening and welcome to iDoctor After Hours. This is our newly revamped studio. As you can see, we have a little bit of an upgrade. Welcome to
Facebook.
Welcome to Facebook. Welcome to our iDoctor After Hours. As you can see, we've upgraded the studios just a tad.
Just a tad.
Nice pad for just a tad improvement.
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't we sound awesome with these microphones? No,
I think we got all 4 channels working too. We're all
the
good.
sweet, sultry voices of the iDoctor After Hours crew. Who do we have here tonight?
DJ.
We got Asher in the beard.
Asher in the beard.
The weirdo with the beardo.
In the bitch creek.
We got the guy from Geeks of Azeroth.
Got me with the woman features of my face, apparently, according to that app.
and the only person that's coming up as white as I am against the green screen. I am Kyle, and of course we have Chase back with us. Chase Cam.
Chase Cam.
How do you like that, huh?
Please hold your throwing up. It's only temporary.
We look pretty good, huh?
My favorite part is that he's got. We can see him finally, but we still can't hear him. That's the most important part.
Exactly. Reaction gifts. He's only reaction gifts. Chase the reaction gift guy.
I love that we finally have it set up with a monitor now that we can see ourselves. It's like looking into a mirror. And so
they call it a reference monitor.
We have to remember to look at the camera, though.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not always looking down.
We should just all wear sunglasses.
Right. Oh, good call.
Or white contacts.
Casey Neistat thing right there.
Yep.
Very cool. Tonight we have a great show. It is pre-Valentine's Day. It is also the Olympics, none of which we are talking about tonight. Tonight is all about tech. Tonight is about the HomePod. We got some news about Facebook, and we have some people going a little over the line with swatting and different types of actions like that. Gunman-style stalkers and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, Gangnam style.
Yes, exactly. All that is coming up now on iDoctor After Hours. Boom. How do we like that? Look at that.
Bam. Fancy.
I like that.
Good.
I like that.
Feeling good.
Hey, all right.
Welcome back.
Hey.
We have our studio. Asher, thank you for setting most of this up.
Oh no, you're welcome. I think this is all my creation, and I'm the only person that's involved in this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is going to take no credit, but all the criticisms.
All the criticisms, none of the credit.
Exactly. That's how we like to do it.
No, all you gotta say is that after last week, that's why I spent the time setting this up. I took over Chase's job because Chase getting up sick. And the show was a complete disaster. It was
remember that echo,
it was bad.
Chase called me crying after the show. It was horrible. He was like, "What did you do to my
This is what
baby?
happens when I'm not here.
What is going on?"
First show that he ever missed, and it was a complete trash.
I think it was the first show in a year and a half, almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. April would have been 2 years.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure we started the show. That's pretty good. And none of which I remember. Thank you, Bitch Creek.
We're a real show now.
So, as you can see, we have tons to talk about, and we have a way to actually show it to you.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh. What do we have for our Valentine's Day show, Asher?
Well, I thought it was appropriate to bring
think
some
so.
red wine.
Oh, you didn't.
I had
you
to.
didn't.
I had to.
Thank
I just
you.
remember, last year we did a Valentine's Day show.
Did we?
Yeah. Well, I don't think you were
Well,
back yet.
I wasn't back yet. That's right.
Yeah, so me and Kyle did a little Valentine's Day show where we drank some wine. So
I don't want to know what you guys did
let's
in your
bring
own
some
private
wine.
show.
But one thing I wanted
We put our
to,
hearts, souls, and minds
one thing I
on
wanted
the
to
internet for
I'll be
everybody.
right back. But there has to be a tech angle to the whole thing, right?
Right,
So
that's
I
the
thought,
point.
If you've never drank
It is iDoctor.
19 Crimes wine, let's see if I can get this.
That sounds like something we mentioned before.
Yeah, we have.
Crime?
What did we talk about? I think we talked about it right after Christmas or
I
so.
believe it was episode 54.
Yeah. One of the coolest things that 19
podcast
Crimes
people
does
won't know.
is that they actually have an augmented reality app.
Patrick, what's augmented reality?
It's putting reality. So virtual reality is completely changing what you're seeing. Augmented reality kind of puts stuff over what you're seeing.
Right.
So it's kind of like a green screen?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
So
similar.
they can see it, but we can't really see it?
Yeah, this is augmented reality. Yeah.
So Chase, if we can throw to Reflector real quick. Go right into Reflector. we're gonna show you on my
Look
phone
at
here.
that.
Look at
Now,
this.
just let's take a minute and just reflect on the fact that we used to do this with one webcam,
that's so
an
cool.
Amiibo,
Hi,
How cool is that?
an Amiibo against a
Right.
back TV, and now we have lights, camera, and microphones.
And action.
So
Look at this.
on the label itself. When you open this up, you can actually see.
Oh,
we
it's
got-
talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
and
Asher, turn your
hopefully-
volume up.
I believe it's up on the screen.
Oh, let us.
That's
So
insane.
on the stream, it should be live.
Yeah, so they're selling these all at
try
the
it one more
local,
time here.
yeah, the local liquor shops. What you're supposed to do is is that a regular app? You're supposed to download the app.
Yeah.
You show the label, and each character in the label tells a different story about how, about that liquor. So it's 19 crimes. I assume there's 19 different characters that you can see.
So the idea was that there were 19 crimes that got you sent to Australia. So it's an Australian wine.
Interesting.
And there's 19 different crimes that you could be convicted of where you were either punished by death or exiled to Australia. And so each one of these are actual people.
You get a continent, and you get a continent, and you get a continent.
Right.
Why is the screen flashing so much?
Because he's trying to change
Clicking.
inputs.
So, I don't know. Interesting. I just thought it was...
Yeah, that's really cool.
So that's the
stuff.
tech angle anyway.
Yeah. How?
So, no, Asher, do you think that has actually increased sales? That's the real question.
Well, this is an increased sale right now.
So we're 1 for 1.
1 for 1. I mean, I will tell you this. I've actually bought 19 crimes, and it's a pretty good
Your background's
wine.
terrible.
I love my background. It's pretty good wine, and I did it before I knew that whole label thing was a thing. You guys told me about it after Christmas. and-
Mind blown.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, do we have a wine opener?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Covered in beer.
Can
that
we
got spilled.
can we get a virtual wine? Oh no, an augmented wine.
An augmented wine opener?
opener?
Yeah,
I wish.
so-
That'd be sweet.
Chase, is this an augmented reality wine opener, or is this a real wine opener? I forget.
You be the judge.
You be the judge.
Does it look real?
Well, while he's doing that, Apple quietly released something that they have been teasing for a long time, something that I don't think anybody really cared about, but it should be one of the main features of your smart home, and that is the HomePod.
Can you imagine any Apple product with less fanfare than this product right now?
No, there was no hype leading up to it. There's no special announcement with that bald dude in the British accent talking about how sexy it is. There's it's very unlike Apple to release a product like
Less
this.
is more. Yeah, I think with this HomePod, they realized that, yes, their acoustics are there, and people expected this. A lot of people don't remember, but there was a Bose system that worked with the Apple iPhone in 2013 and the iPod. So they've already been known that they have good audio quality and everything.
Yeah. Chase,
Here, cheers.
go down the screen a little bit.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Valentine.
Happy
Valentine's Day.
Or
Valentine's Day.
Singles Awareness Day.
Singles
if you're
Awareness
me.
Day. So yeah, okay. So we knew they were gonna make the acoustics sound good. We knew the AirPod was gonna sound good, or the HomePod was gonna sound good. But come on, they cannot compete with Google Assistant. That's what everybody's complaining. It's not smart enough. Well, duh. Siri sucks.
Yeah,
I mean-
show the HomePod. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, the HomePod's terrible.
And
I mean,
it doesn't even look like an Apple product.
It
really.
looks, well, it looks like they're home base right now, like the Cupertino thing.
no. Well, here's the thing. He's talking about the mesh. He's talking about the mesh. Everything on the iPhone is smooth glass now. Nothing is mesh or material.
Right.
Google has gone with the mesh and material to try to have some cohesiveness with their branch. The HomePod is a complete stark 180 from it. It's got the mesh, and I understand what the point is because it's a speaker grill and it doesn't want any physical barriers in between there. But the problem is, I mean, people expect these things to do anything now.
Yeah.
I mean, all people do now with Alexa and Google Assistant is just ask it random questions. Like, what can I ask it? What can I ask it? What can I ask it?
Yeah, they're proving to be more of a gimmick than they are actually useful in smart home technology. So,
I mean, Asher, would you buy? I mean, honestly, would you buy 3 or 4 of them and then use them as like, because they say they can do like 5.1 audio or something like that, where if you put 2 of them together, it can do stereo sound, and if you put 3 of them, it can kind of balance the audio
like
and stuff.
Sonos.
I mean, would you buy it on something like that, just on the fact that it's a smart speaker, like, and I can understand the room, or is this like maybe you'll wait to 2 or even version 3 or whatever?
I mean,
look at the repairability on that; it's terrible.
You're like tear apart.
You-
Glued foam is the worst.
You have to cut it. You have to physically cut it to get it open. And as a side note, Apple is changing out the cables for $29. Already they're telling people that because the cables are already breaking on people.
The things that I've heard about it are that the sound quality is good.
Right.
The aesthetics are terrible, and that the smarts are subpar and lacking. Which, if you've done anything,
Look, it's the actual mesh from friggin'
I
the
thought
Google
it was
Home
gonna
Mini.
be freaking hard.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be like a
it's
like
the
a
same-
microphone screen.
It's the same material design that Apple has. It's just charcoal gray.
That Google has, you mean?
Or that Google has. Yeah, it's just charcoal gray.
Apple's niche that they have in the market is what they do is they take technology that other people have done and they perfect it and they make it perfect. And
polish it.
They polish it and they want it to be innovative and they want to push technology forward. Apple's going to be that company that one day makes the Black Mirror of technology. Like they're ultimately going for all technology. And what this product...
My God, look at that. Keep talking. But my God, they just cut the shit out of that.
This product doesn't seem like it fits into the rest of Apple products as far as what Apple does.
They are following the herd. They are not an
like Apple. Apple is supposed to lead the herd, not just follow suit because everyone else is doing it.
I mean, did they give up on Siri? Have they given up on it? Like, I haven't seen any improvement, like, other than tiny, minuscule changes.
They can't, though, because Siri, you can't ever beat Google because all an assistant is a search index.
Right.
And Google is the best search index.
Right.
So Siri, the only way to compete would have to use how Safari uses Bing. They would have to use Bing on Safari or on the HomePod to increase its search relevance.
But
Like
Amazon's pretty good about it. I mean, people say the Amazon Echo Smarts.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think Amazon cheats by using the back end of the web services. Like, I think somehow they're siphoning information and using it for their own purposes.
Oh, but
you
Google doesn't do that.
Well, people openly
back end.
openly give their shit to Google. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
When you say Siri, find
Right.
this, you don't instinctively think it's Bing looking for it. You don't think it's Microsoft looking for it. You think Apple is searching the internet for it. You don't even think Apple's searching Google. Apple's either searching Google or searching Microsoft. Searching Bing. It's using it. In no way can you compete directly with somebody who's searching its own indexed files. You're never going to be able to be as fast or as useful. Now, I will say the nice thing about the HomePod is because it pairs with an actual iPhone, it will follow you room to room a lot easier. It will
If you spend money on like one for every room.
Right. It's
I don't know who's gonna do that. Like,
I guess I could see it for like the business professional. Like if you had like in the future, you come into your office and you just have a desk or something, but you want to be able to communicate with all your stuff. If you had a TV and the HomePod and an Apple TV in your office, and you just used it for like this kind of like news or something, and said, "Hey Siri, turn on the news from CNN or something," then it could turn it on the Apple TV. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, that's it.
I wonder how good the microphone grab is. I mean, we've tested Hey Siri here.
Hey Alexa.
Hey Siri worked across the room. Alexa,
yeah.
play Top 40.
Hey Siri,
Oh, Alexa worked.
what's up?
Is she?
I'm brushing up on Apple Music playlists.
Okay, Google.
Yeah, but those were right next to you.
I love you.
Chase got Hey Siri to work across the room, and he speaker called somebody the other night. That was pretty cool.
Let me ask you this: if we can already do this with our phones, and our phones are right next to us, do we use it with the smart speaker? If that's the whole idea.
No, they become irrelevant because your speakers on your phone are going to continually become better and better and better. This is a stupid technology, and it's absolutely backwards.
Yeah, I really think the idea is stagnant. They should be really trying to improve what the artificial intelligence can do, like its capabilities, not just keep making better speakers that you can play games with or gimmick with. You know?
The whole purpose would be everyone's looking for that hub for the smart home, because we all agree that there's smart home things that's the future. Like your thermostat's going to be tied in to your oven, who's going to know that you have the oven on.
They're passive things. They're not active things. They're passive things.
But there has to be a hub. There has to be a control point. And
your phone can do that.
The idea with the home speaker, with the speakers is to be that hub. But I don't know. I disagree. Yeah. I don't think it works.
Yeah. I like the idea of a smart speaker, but I like the idea of like a speaker being able to receive the smarts from a phone. Like I don't need the $400. Put it this way: I want the Google.
Sonos.
Right. I want the $400 Google Max sound, but I don't want to buy, because right now you buy a Chromecast audio, you plug that into a good speaker system,
right?
And there you go. You got and you plug in a Google HomePod Mini, $49. Yep. So under $100, you have a Google Max with an awesome. What?
He's pointing out the Olympics.
Oh, the Olympics are also on.
We'll get to that.
No, I wanted to jump in real quick. So as you guys were talking about Siri, I read an article this morning I thought was pretty interesting. Which Siri might respond if you have a HomePod, you have your phone set up, you have an iPad.
So what Chase is saying,
what did they say?
He's asking the question: what if you have multiple Apple microphone receivers, such as like an iPhone, an iPad, and the HomePod? Which one collects your voice when you say, "Hey Siri"?
I feel like it'd be the phone, wouldn't it?
I can tell you that Google is pretty terrible. I have two in my home. I have two pucks, the Google Home Minis.
Yeah.
And if I'm in my kitchen, there's one in the living room, and I say, "Okay, Google," it's never my phone that picks it up. Right there, picked it up. It's never my phone. It's always the one in my bedroom. It's never the one in the living room. So I don't know. I don't know if they're really sensitive to certain acoustics that bounce off the wall, but it's never consistent. So
it's probably a back-end server thing. Whichever one processes the reaction first takes it.
All right. So the answer to it, what Siri does, it's always listening. It's never recording. You can turn it off on your phone by simply placing your phone face down, and so that won't respond to it. As you're walking in,
Wait. Say it one more time. So if you take your phone and you put your phone face down
in the room, and
it
What do you have
won't
on your
respond.
hey Siri,
a loopy case.
do yours.
So I
So,
might start selling it. I don't know.
hey Siri.
That's actually pretty dope.
Hey Siri.
I never
They make
dropped
it
my
for
phone.
What if I
Samsung,
go
I'd probably
up?
have it.
Hey Siri. It just picked it up.
So that's one. That's
Okay,
one way to
Google.
stop it. Yeah. The next way is as you go around, since it's always listening, it records. It listens for the last sound that was nearest to the last Apple device, and that's another way that
It listens to the last sound it heard from the last Apple device. Interesting.
That is interesting.
So I think in the ultimate question, it wouldn't matter which device; it will just pick it up. If you're closest to the speaker,
Well,
then the
that's all you
speaker's going to
want.
handle it. If you're
That's all
close
you
to your
want.
phone,
You
phone's
just
gonna
want it
handle
to work.
But
The problem is it's terrible right now. You have to ask 3 different times unless you memorize the syntax of the command. Like you can say right now with Google, which is the best thing you can do. The best thing I find is you can say, "Okay, Google, play Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix on the living room TV or something," and it'll play. Well, because I was going to say PJ Masks, and I didn't want it to play PJ Masks. I wanted to say a show that wasn't on Netflix. But you can tell it to play a show on Netflix on a certain Chromecast, and it'll play it.
Yeah.
And that's the most useful thing I've seen. I mean, what's the most useful thing you've ever even gotten anything to do?
I honestly don't use the OK Google feature all that much at all, honestly, because it doesn't. In my life, it's not useful at all, and it doesn't.
You don't have a lot of business meetings.
No, and
You don't
I
have
only
a lot
have
of charity events.
Right, yeah, except for that.
Cheers to dick pics.
The stupid thing, like I have the first generation of Philips Hue, right? So it doesn't, just will not work with the OK Google. So I can't say OK Google, turn the lights on.
That shit's infuriating.
Yeah, it really is. But I think the ultimate goal is just to have it feel seamless. You shouldn't have to be like, how do I ask this question, or how do I phrase this so it knows what I mean?
It should be Star Trek.
Just do it. Yeah.
Computer, Make me a holographic image of.
Yeah.
If voice assistants were perfect,
Yeah.
100% flawless, would you use them?
Absolutely. I would want them to be like Cortana and Halo, like this actual like thing that you talk to and can have a conversation with.
I would
'Cause I'm
want to fall
very
in
lonely.
love with it because it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And speaking of Valentine's Day, we have a deal for you at iDoctor.
Do we?
We do. Oh, I don't know. I was just trying to segue.
That was a hell of a segue, but before then,
Chase.
Before that, forget
We
the deal. There's no deal.
there is
Screw
a deal
you.
coming up. No, stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. We have a deal coming up for you, a Valentine's Day deal, in fact. But before then, a little bit more
We're
of a
going to talk
pressing
about
issue.
gunmen.
We have a little bit more of a
Valentine's Day massacre.
So, as you know, or as we know, being
That's my
huge
timer
YouTube
trigger.
celebrities, you get a lot of people stalking you. I myself receive anthrax letters probably weekly.
Oh, yeah.
I
From
mean,
me, usually.
Donald Trump Jr.'s wife, white powder.
Too bad it didn't work.
I know, exactly. Here's the thing. It's dangerous out there. It's a dangerous world.
It is.
People can use crazy techniques to geolocate exactly where you are. The internet, if you are
Crazy
broadcasting,
techniques, you go to Google Maps and type in history.
yeah, if you broadcast on the internet, you are putting yourself out there in possible danger. And more people have had this experience happen to them. Recently, two veteran YouTubers have had a home invasion happen on them. They awoke to a gunman breaking the glass, a gunshot. They got in the closet, called 911, and apparently this gunman, quote, wanted to harm somebody who lives at this residence. He was very unhappy with the way the boyfriend was treating this other girl YouTube celebrity. Do you know what Rooster Teeth is?
Yep.
Okay, I don't.
Rooster Teeth, like, they do red versus blue.
Yep, that's what they started
That's
with.
what-
They have
okay,
expanded.
so she was a cosplayer from Red vs. Blue. He is the guy who does slow motion videos. One of the first ones very good, very popular. Two cool people met up. That's awesome.
The slow-mo guys.
Oh, he's the slow-mo guy.
Yeah, he's a slow-mo guy.
That's where I recognize him.
Unfortunately, they had a little problem. Little fans cared a little too much about them.
Well, I think that's one of the biggest problems with that. I mean, we're talking about people becoming like pseudo-celebrities without any of the resources of actual celebrities.
Yeah, I mean, like the people who make millions of dollars on YouTube, these people who
Yeah.
put their lives on YouTube, who have become vloggers. I mean, they are celebrities. They have millions of subscribers, millions of people. Like, even if you're a small,
watch them every single day.
a smaller channel that like theirs gets 4 million subscribers. That's 4 million people. You're
Yeah, I mean,
reaching
not that
on
many
this.
people. Not that many people watch like the news every night, or I mean, that's just a couple million people. So to consistently get 4 million people that are going to watch your stuff, that's crazy.
There's
And
actually a
so-
story I came across today. It's talked about Twitch gets more aggregate viewers per day than MSNBC or CNN.
The Overwatch League on Twitch got more viewers than Thursday Night Football in a competing week.
So do my balls. Oh, I think this is where I think this is a scary world we're headed into, where people can like literally find out where you're at. But then again, you're putting yourself out there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of like people try to take as many precautions as they can to not reveal where they live, but a lot of people they'll go to the length to like piece together things. They see in the
I
background
love
of the
you.
video.
I love the Geeks of Azeroth. Oh my God.
4chan,
I don't want you to hurt yourself. Do not hurt yourself. I'll put you in a
4chan
box.
can take 4chan can
geeks.
take a live stream of a camera or of a flag that Shia LaBeouf played, and then use the patterns of
The night
of
sky.
plane flights in the night sky to pinpoint exactly where.
Yeah,
If airplanes in the night
A
sky were like
flag.
shooting stars,
That's crazy.
he could use a wish right now. A wish right now.
Weaponized autism at its best.
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, that's insane. But I think, I mean, are they at more risk than any other normal celebrity who lives
that's
in
a-
Hollywood? Who like
That's a good question. Was Logan Paul at risk? He had the same thing happen to him, except for citizens arrested the guy who was in his house. So I appreciate that.
And now Logan Paul's YouTube channel has been completely demonetized by YouTube.
Yeah, I think celebrities who put themselves in danger need our money. Don't you think he deserves our money?
Kyle, kill it.
My dad's calling. Let's put him on.
Put
Hit,
it on.
you accept it.
It's probably going through over there.
It'll come up on your video feed.
Yeah, here we go.
Next on the show, live, is Kurt Nelson.
Kyle's dad.
You missed the call. Oh, you won't be able to connect because XSplit's using it.
Shoot, that would have been fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Sorry, Kurt.
Figure out that bugaboo.
Yeah, so we got a string of, it's not quite swatting, but it's kind of, we did a couple weeks in a row, we've talked about something like this where, celebrities are at risk.
This is like reverse swatting, right? I mean, well, not reverse swatting, but it's people.
Well, I guess swatting is when it happens to a regular person, and this is kind of like stalking where it happens to a celebrity. The only difference being that, this person thinks they have a relationship with them, whereas in swatting, they know they don't have a relationship. They just want to screw that person up.
Yeah.
I mean, does it give you more respect for like the people who stalked celebrities like back in the 70s? Like the guy who went after Jodie Foster.
He
How
genuinely,
did he find Jodie Foster?
he loved her. He had her phone
loved
number.
her.
He had
Kill John Lennon.
Yeah, he had
Kill
Ed Hinckley
John
Jr. They all had their phone numbers. They had been to their places before.
I mean, that's some dedicated effort right there. I mean, stalkers nowadays need to step their game up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this digital crap is not going to fly. Yeah. You know what? Logan Paul will arrest you.
The guy with two first names.
The guy with the firsty. The firsty. That being said, what's better than coming home with no gift for Valentine's Day?
A gift from iDoctor.
Oh, that is a hell of a segue.
Stop it, Kurt.
All right, I'm going to answer on my phone.
Yeah.
All right, Kurt Nelson, everybody.
Welcome to iDoctor After Hours.
Welcome to iDoctor After Hours.
Curtis!
So, you're watching and you're on a time lag.
There we go.
You can see my view.
Hey,
This is-
so at iDoctor this
Anyway,
week,
yep.
we have iPad 4s
For sale.
For sale.
for sale.
At a discount.
What? We
Yep.
got iPad minis,
$50 off.
Mini 1 and Mini 2. Holy cow. Saving $189 on an iPad Mini 1.
Hell of a deal. I tell you what, it is a lot nicer to have an iPad at home when you're trying to share it with your family than something like an iPhone or share it around or something. Just having one stationary iPad at home can definitely take down the arguments between family. Trying to AirPlay stuff and everything. It's like that's what I think. I mean, that's what I really think with the Echo Show. They figured out a way to get a home device with this HomePod. They're missing out on a screen. This is, they just need to get better with the iPads. This is your chance right here.
And if you're glued to your girlfriend, she won't let you leave to go pick up this new device for her. She's like, you can't leave me. This is Valentine's Day. We are stuck together all day. Don't worry. This deal is not for one day only. Kyle, how long does the deal last?
This deal is, I thought it was just Valentine's Day. Chase, how long are we doing this deal for?
We're gonna run through Saturday.
Oh, what? I feel like the guy on the QVC knife show. No, we can't possibly be doing this
That's
deal.
too much.
We can't.
That's too long. That's too
much.
long.
No,
No,
we're not
no,
taking any more
no.
phone calls. No more phone calls.
Both of you
not-
denied. We are doing this deal through Saturday.
That is a hell of a
because
deal.
We love you.
And we got
So
plenty.
happy Valentine's
I
Day.
really
Happy
wish
Valentine's
it came
Day.
with more, though.
Come
like-
with more?
I wish. Like,
What would you wish it would come with?
I wish it would come with like a tempered glass because I'm constantly breaking my iPad screen.
Well, you know what, Asher, because I love you so much,
Yeah.
we're going to include free tempered glass as well with the iPad.
What?
Free tempered glass.
No
That's
way.
the deal.
You guys can thank me. Do they have to use the special code iDoctor After Hours?
They have to use the special code We Love Asher.
They have to find my Grinder page and figure out what my profile name is.
Yeah. Wasn't it Big Papa Bear or something like that?
Juicy Bear. Or
Yeah, yeah.
Grizzly Bear.
Big Papa Grizzly
Papa
Bear.
Grizzly
That's what it was. Yep, yep.
Yep.
That's a hell of a deal, right?
It is.
I actually employ iPads for all my sales force when they go out. We have a couple of iPad Airs and some iPad Minis.
I have one of them
Great tools.
Samsung iPads.
We just fixed an iPad for even a person who shows homes, a real estate agent, and home showers. And yeah, it was. I mean, they're using a lot of that virtual reality technology and everything on them. It's pretty interesting.
VR. How do you use VR on an iPad for selling a house?
Well, it's the.
What is this?
Oh, this is Billy Gunn.
Ah.
I don't know how this is relevant.
Yeah, I'm not sure where we're following.
We need the Chase cam. Chase, I just like that your face is on his junk.
Yeah. That was obviously Chase's intent here.
Oh man.
Oh, he's an ass man.
ass
an
man?
ass man. He's
Cosmo
for-
Kramer, the ass man?
He's for that's a. If I was a proctologist, that would be my license plate. Ass man.
So this episode of iDoctor After Hours is brought to you by Chase, the most irrelevant man in Billings, Montana.
Here we go.
Just kidding, Chase. It's brought to you by iDoctor.
Well,
They're not going to find your body.
well, next up, I think we have the light versus the dark.
Light versus dark.
We can't. It's not 1960 anymore.
Why? Why is it 1960 anymore?
It's time. moves
I
on.
think
the
America's gonna be
Empire
great
did
again
nothing
soon.
wrong.
No, we have the light versus the dark. Facebook doing something good
Wait.
and something bad.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell me Facebook's finally introducing dark mode, and I was going to be really excited.
No,
That would be
not
sweet.
dark
That would
mode.
be sweet.
Damn it.
No,
Yeah,
this
that's my favorite
is
part about third-party Reddit apps is like dark mode.
this is much darker
Actually,
because
Reddit app
it
has
seems
dark
to be on the surface two positive stories.
Right,
When you
so
delve,
two positive stories of Facebook.
but when you delve deeper, it's much darker.
So are we playing Two Truths and a Lie right now?
I wish.
We could have. We should have. So, first off, Asher, explain this to me because you were much more articulate about this.
Okay, so we're talking about subscription services first. All right.
Okay.
So the very first thing.
Facebook had subscriptions.
So, well, see, Facebook
Okay. Yeah.
and-
Exactly. Let him explain.
Facebook and Apple have been kind of fighting back and forth.
Right.
In the Android app on Facebook, Facebook
Because-
is allowing you to subscribe to news sources. And Facebook's deal is that Facebook will not take any of the profit, but will collect subscription services for, say, like the New York Times, the USA Today, the Washington Post.
Okay.
And then if you click on any articles from Facebook and you are fully subscribed, then all the ad revenue and all the revenue goes directly to them. They're tracking you, so they know how many times you clicked. If you're not subscribed, you get a paywall through Facebook. So
Stop.
Don't touch me there.
That's what they're saying.
right. Well, and that's
You're a
important
thief.
because people are dropping into
You're a content
like,
thief.
to-
You're a
can-
content thief. You
You can
thief.
get beyond a
Stealers.
paywall by like turn on incognito mode or
Ad
by
block.
switching ad block, a lot of different ways. But if you're going through it through Facebook, then they're taking it on the Facebook token part. So you can't really overcome that. So it's a way for Facebook to try and get more money towards news organizations.
They already do it on Android.
Or do it on Android, but Apple,
Never noticed this.
Apple.
You didn't
fought
notice
Android on
you
this
could
because-
subscribe to something like the Washington Post news feeds, but on Apple devices you cannot.
Yeah, so
You
but
cannot.
Apple and Facebook were in litigations because Apple has a policy: any app that collects money, Apple is entitled to 30% of the revenue.
Oh.
So they wanted 30% of the revenue for the subscription services.
For what?
For Facebook collecting it
Yeah.
through devices.
Yeah,
that
they're
were
basically
Apple.
the funnel.
I am just seeing this for the first time. I've never seen this
kinda
before.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at Washington Post.
I'm
And
an
you're
Apple
not,
user.
and you're not
I've
blocked
never
out. You're
seen
not getting a
this.
block saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, you didn't pay for this" or whatever. So,
Interesting.
so now they're saying the same thing with iOS.
Right.
Okay, good for you. Good job.
So this is the good side of Facebook because Facebook is collecting 0% of this.
Good.
And that was the big argument, right? It's
not like they don't make enough money as it is.
It's
Not
about time. I've been paying for my Facebook Gold account for like 8 years now.
Facebook Gold.
I've been paying for my $29 a month for about 6.5 years now. Facebook Gold account.
And what do
That's
you?
No, that's that fake PayPal thing I said.
No, I've
before.
been sending
Like
that money
2
order
years
every
ago.
week. I've been
Every
sending that.
week.
I've been
The
sending that.
man in Nigeria, right?
I don't remember. He sent me a coupon book with a pre-addressed labels, and I just stamp it on there, and it's Facebook Gold. I never have any problems.
So we're calling this the good side of Facebook because they're taking $0 and they're trying to fund traditional news organizations for better reporting.
They're
It
trying
sound-
to get rid of all the fake news. On
So they're trying to
Facebook.
control your
right.
content in a good way.
In a good way. Now
Now-
that brings us to the bad side
Dun,
of Facebook.
dun, dun.
Where's our soundboard?
But on the surface, it looks good.
Right. Facebook is pushing out its data tracking ONAVO VPN, ONAVO, within its main role. So I don't know if you know this, but there are things out there called VPNs becoming more and more popular.
Very private
Nurseries.
voluptuous.
I was going to say something else, but it'd get us taken off of
Nipples,
Facebook.
very private nipples. No, a VPN is rerouting your internet traffic off another computer server, and then it kind of scrambles the data and puts that out and reaches out to where you were trying to reach out from and gets the data and uses that as a pass-through, thus masking your information.
We've oftentimes said that people should use VPNs.
People are using
when
more and more now.
traveling.
VPNs are crazy used
If
everywhere.
you're in a public Wi-Fi, you should use a VPN.
Yep. No, VPNs are everywhere, and Facebook bought a VPN last year. A lot of people thought they would use it as a standalone app. They have still done that, but now if you use some iOS phones, if you scroll down, you'll see this protect option. If you click it, it'll redirect you to the Onavo download link. You'll download the VPN. And so then you will be able to have your data masked through Facebook, as Facebook is the computer you're trusting that no data will get through. So you're basically saying, hey, Facebook, don't tell anybody else my data, but you can have my data. Sounds like a good idea? What do you think, Patrick? On the surface?
On the surface, I would say it looks...
Because a VPN you have to trust anyways. Like any company who uses a VPN, like...
The company providing the VPN can still see what you're doing.
Right, so you have to trust a VPN. So this is Facebook, a big company.
I don't trust Facebook.
Okay, that's fair enough. But I mean, you can kind of see where they're going on.
I do.
Asher.
I trust that they're telling me the truth when they're saying they're tracking everything I'm doing through their VPN.
Right. So what are they tracking, and why would they do this?
Well, they're probably tracking everything. And that's the thing.
Scroll down in this article.
But the
Scroll
VPN
down.
only applies through Facebook, right? I mean, it's...
No. That's the beautiful thing.
They're asking you
inside the app. They're asking you to download the standalone
It redirects
VPN
you.
app.
Look, it redirects you to that link in the network. Keep scrolling down.
Protect VPN security, which is Facebook's own VPN. So everything you do on your phone,
so scroll down,
will be tracked.
And it says,
I really don't like that. No.
And then it says, I think it's the very last paragraph says, however, explains that it's a part of Facebook and used to improve Facebook products and service gains and insights. Well, basically what it's doing, it's funneling all your information through Facebook. And one real-world benefit that it's already had is that now that Facebook has implemented the Instagram stories like Snapchat, they could see in real time that people were using Facebook or Instagram stories more than Snapchat because they could see Snapchat's data because you are using a VPN.
Right. So they're not seeing just the websites, but they're seeing all of your app data. So that's crazy. That's scary.
I just don't like Facebook having that information because I don't like Facebook necessarily. But and another thing, I don't like VPNs on phones at all in general. I've seen so many phones come in to iDoctor
and the VPN stuck.
And the VPN stuck. It's just turned on, and it's draining people's batteries. VPNs on phones are horrible for the batteries because it's just a whole other layer that your network is constantly being processed through.
Yeah, it's a fake network you're connected to. That's all it is. It's like I'm connected to 2 Wi-Fis now.
Pretty much.
And constantly uploading I'm doing everything twice now. I'm uploading all this data twice.
That's exactly it. So it'll drain your battery if you're using a VPN on your phone.
Terrible.
And then the other
Sith
thing,
side. These are the Sith.
What the hell are people doing on their phones that they feel like they need a VPN for?
Banking.
Banking, right. But banking apps
Bitcoins.
are encrypted, though. That's the thing. The traffic's already encrypted on those apps.
I mean, again, I do all my stuff through money order. I send my checks to this guy in the mail through money order. I mean, I don't understand the relevance here. I mean, everything, whatever. I don't know. What did you think? Do you think Facebook came out on top this week with these 2 stories, or do you think they're underwater?
I think I think Facebook came out on top.
They're trying to gobble up everybody's information. They need to just be a public forum. That's all they need to do. Just be a public forum and stop trying to steal all my data. Oh, look at him.
Come here.
Aw, sweet.
It's interesting. It's weird that Facebook's still trying to gather all this information. I don't know if we actually have this news article, but I saw in a recent Reddit post that Facebook is down something like 1.7 million users this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Something
saw
like
that.
Yeah.
All
that's
under
bad.
the age of 30.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, and there's
What's the total number of users in America, though?
Like 300 million or something like that.
but like
Just so we're
but for the first
But
time,
it is for the first
big
time,
time.
right. And all in young users, and it's just kind of going that like a lot of people are starting to feel that Facebook is the social media for old people.
Right. It's the MySpace of social media.
God, that is such a recycled comment. They said the same thing 5 years ago. They said the same thing 10 years ago.
Right, but eventually it's going to happen. If they keep trying to do stuff, it overcomplicates it. Why do you think Reddit has been around forever? Because all it is a forum.
And I'm just like all the people that I socialize with, the majority of people my age, they use Snapchat or Instagram. Like Facebook seems to be the least relevant of all the social medias among people my age that I've noticed. That's true. I mean, you're right. But it's still. I mean,
Well, that
it's
shows a
owned by
pivot.
Facebook, but it's still
yeah,
kind
that
of
shows
like
a
different.
pivot,
Yeah.
a smart pivot in the company. It
Yeah.
doesn't say they're using their own platform over and over again. It shows that they're trying to see towards the future.
I was just reading an article today about a Facebook employee who went to do a live interview with a news organization who asked them to please turn off their phones and close the Facebook app so that Facebook couldn't track the data
Yeah.
of where they were at, because he was going to talk disparagingly about Facebook. And if a Facebook employee is that
That's
scared of their own
scary.
company,
Jim Carrey's coming out of the woodwork out of nowhere, like he's finally back in public, and he's saying, "Delete your Facebook," telling everyone to delete their Facebook
You know why Jim Carrey hasn't been in public?
because he grew a big beard like yours and lost his mind like you did
He's being sued
for killing his girlfriend or something. Yeah, I know about that. It's sad for Jim Carrey.
The Mask,
Yeah,
the same guy,
yeah,
the Truman Show guy,
yes.
Ace Ventura, the same guy,
Grinch,
the Grinch.
BEA
Bruce,
beautiful.
Bruce Almighty. Yeah.
That is the number one quoted scene from
the
that
guy
movie.
who was in Bruce Almighty. Yeah, the guy who was in the mask. Yeah.
Was he in Living Single? Or in Living Color? Remember that guy? Remember when he threw a...
We're all retarded here at iDoctor After Hours.
We got one
What's
more.
next? What do we got?
One more.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey being crazy.
Oh, this
He's
is
a
a good
weird guy.
interview. Do you need a date for the party?
I love this guy. My head is in his chest right now.
I had to flip that out there real quick.
Yeah. Jim Carrey has lost his marbles. I just hope he doesn't become the next Robin Williams.
Yes. Cheers to Alzheimer's.
Cheers, boys.
Alzheimer's awareness.
All timers.
All right. Last but not least, we have a
but not
Valentine's Day.
last.
We have a Valentine's Day smorgasbord of
This is
last
for you
minute
guys.
guess.
This is for the viewers.
This is
the
for you.
long-time viewers.
This is for you.
How do you guys?
Okay, so we know you haven't bought anything because you're obviously watching this, so you're
Right.
obviously high. Last 5 minute Valentine's Day ideas that will blow your mind.
Watch the show.
We have a few gifts ideas for you.
All right.
Let's check them out.
Dragon dildos is number one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hashtag Pornhub tie-in.
Maybe. Ah, I knew it. Okay, Groupon. Groupon has a couple things. Although
Yeah,
my wife
Groupon's a thing.
my wife does use Groupon sometimes. It's a good way to waste some money and buy some things that prepay for things that you don't want to buy.
I will tell you this: my girlfriend got me a Groupon for
dragon dildo?
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
She watched our show. She watched our show, obviously.
You know, she's actually a time traveler. So she saw the show and went back and that. So she got me a five punch pass to the Art House Cinema.
Oh,
Ooh,
Yeah,
I have
that
yet
was
to
a
be
pretty good
there.
gift.
you haven't been to Art
Oh
House
man,
yet?
it's great. It's a great
really
place.
cool.
It's a great
I'm a
place.
terrible person.
I love sitting down with a street fight and
Yeah, watching an indie
watching
movie
an
that you wouldn't
indie
see, yeah.
movie and then accidentally kicking the glass pint over in the middle of the movie. And being that guy that's just like sitting there like
And everybody's like,
looking at me and like,
all of a sudden you hear, "Urch, urch."
you're, like looking around like Who was that?
Is
Who's that guy?
Shout out to Art House, another local
Spilling
business.
everywhere.
A non-profit movie house here in town, by the way, not Art House Cinema.
Non-profit.
Really
I call that
support.
communist. Thank you.
Yeah. They are doing two cool things this week. They're doing a double showing every night. First showing
Double
is
fisting it for
Ballad
Valentine's
of
Day.
Lefty Brown.
Never heard of it.
Which is a Montana-made film starring Bill Pullman. It's a Western.
A Western in Montana?
Yeah, Montana-made.
Not as good as Psycho Sheep from Butte, but next.
Yeah. Next is they're doing all of the Oscar-nominated shorts in a single
nice.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So that's at 8 o'clock.
Tonight?
Tonight, tomorrow, the rest of the week.
Hey, shout out to Art House Cinema. Okay, next Groupon. Or next,
So Groupon was one. Then this is my next favorite one. This is for the cheap bastards.
yeah, okay, so rent a movie and stay in. I'm all for renting movies on all these.
Rents movies.
No, well, okay, here's the thing. People get pissed. People get pissed, but then, okay, there are the net.
That's the real story here. Who rents movies?
Okay, Redbox is still around. I get it. But you can rent movies from Amazon still for like 99 cents and
Watch
$1.
it for free on YouTube.
Some people don't want that horrible quality. Looking through it with your glasses off or something. I'm sorry. I don't have a 4K TV to look through it like this. You know what I'm saying? If I want to watch a movie just one time,
You want to buy that? You want to go rent that thing that's a DVD?
it's not a DVD. It's an HD DVD. And it's a Blu-ray, and it'll look spectacular. And I do have this theory that if you rent the movie, it never buffers, and the audio comes back with uncompressed. It seems to sound awesome. So
Does it?
what
There
this
you go.
article tells you to do is it tells you to get a Hulu trial subscription for 30 days.
You get 30 days
This is
Hulu
the
subscription.
So we spend this argument talking about physical media, and then
I
it's
had
like,
to preface-
so Hulu.
I had to preface it.
Hulu it.
Digital renting is still something good. Amazon does it well, and Google Play does it well.
It is actually true because both services allow you to actually download the movie. So downloading is still better than streaming.
Yes. Do not get a free trial of
download
Hulu.
movies from Netflix now too. So I mean, just do that.
Yeah, don't get a free trial.
I'm gonna
That's
need you
stupid.
guys' help with the next one because I have no idea what it is. And
I'm busy.
Say that right now, but
I'm busy.
Oh,
what is Living Social? Please, somebody explain this.
Living
I li-
Social
I-
is just like Groupon.
I live social
It's a
in World of
Groupon?
Warcraft.
Yeah, it's Groupon, but for things like massages and events and stuff. It's the same thing. Movies. I bet the Art House Cinema was on movies. It's literally the same as Groupon.
All right, so next.
Still a good idea out there if you want to go
Make-
look for things. It has a lot of stuff on it.
Make the food come to you.
This
so
is
this an
awesome.
article about hiring servants?
What they talk about on this article is they talk about they talk about the Amazon stores or restaurants. Something in
Amazon
our
restaurants?
scroll down. Keep scrolling. In our right, yeah, isn't it right there?
So I mean, what was it? So making dinner
Yeah,
for your
Amazon
loved
restaurants.
ones,
The big
one to
red
make them
link
feel
right there.
special.
Right below it.
Whoa,
right there. Amazon
there it
restaurant.
is.
Yes.
Amazon restaurant. What
I
the
was
hell
going
is
to
this?
say,
Sorry for interrupting
in
you.
our area, we have Uber Eats,
Right.
which actually is much better than Cafe Courier and stuff.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
Did you know? This is funny. Did you know that the
By the
Uber
way, that links goes to a 404 page not found.
Back to the story.
the Uber drivers who are normal Uber drivers are also automatically, and I don't know this for sure, so Chase, it's not fake news, but the Uber driver we talked to this last time that gave Whitney a ride home was pissed off because in the middle of the drive, on the middle of the ride home, he got an Uber Eats order and he had to go to a restaurant and pick it up.
In the
And
middle
he-
of taking you guys home.
of taking?
She would have never known. Yeah. Well, no. I mean, he dropped her off
Oh,
first, but
okay.
he was his next up in the queue. He didn't like stop, but it was just he was so pissed because he hates having to go. Because with Uber, you just drive out to somebody's house or some business and you just wait. With this, you have to get out, go inside. I know it's not that big a deal, but like you have to do. It's like Uber signed him up to do other things. It would be like if
Yeah.
Uber says, "Now we shop for you. Now we're a personal shopper."
Now
So-
you're also a personal masseuse. Uber
Right.
massages.
right, right.
Uber's forcing them.
Okay.
This guy was not happy,
But
and it
I
ruined her
actually-
Uber experience.
Yeah, I've actually heard that it does. Like, if you're an Uber driver, you're also an Uber Eats driver. That.
You don't think it's mandatory? I'm sure you have to sign up for it.
So you have to be you have to have the Uber Eats drivers app.
So let's talk about the real. Let's talk about the real Let's talk about the real question at hand here, though. When can Uber introduce hookers? Uber hookers.
Uber escorts.
Uber escorts for
Uber
Valentine's
escorts.
Day.
That's what we need. Uber Backpage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see
You
any
just
problem
open
with
up
it.
the app, you see a hooker nearby, and you just book it, and they come to
Amazon
your house.
restaurants not in 59102, by the way.
Type in
Uber Pornhub, there you
1,000. I think that's New York. Or 101. 1,001.
There's like 10 different.
That's what I was checking. Okay, Amazon restaurants. There we go. You can buy some Amazon restaurant stuff.
All right, cool.
So this is so Amazon restaurants basically Uber Eats, but with Amazon.
All right, cool.
God, is
But
there
yeah, so-
anything that Amazon's not tied into at this point?
And they're just not good at anything.
Twitch,
really?
Twitch is like one of their most successful platforms.
Yeah, that's
They
the only thing.
bought Twitch.
They did. It's not
They
their original
bought
idea.
Twitch.
They bought it.
The Amazon Prime app is terrible now. The Amazon Prime app, if you click on it, you have to watch like a 10-second ad before you watch the show. Like instead of clicking Netflix, when it just opens, you have to watch that ad. It's terrible.
Anyway, I
Anywho,
think I'm going to use Amazon restaurants just to find restaurants to go to when I'm in New York in a couple months.
there you go.
And I'm going to use Uber hookers as soon as that's available.
Uber escorts. Come on.
Uber escorts. I'm sorry.
We copy wrote
Get
it.
it together.
Next
on the
story.
list, create a scavenger hunt.
Oh my God.
Do you and your
Why is that-
Do you
okay.
and your lover love looking for something that you just cannot find, like your car keys? Chase's penis.
Nobody can find that. Missing since '83.
Asher, quick question.
Yes.
If you're a procrastinator and
Yeah.
haven't got a Valentine's Day gift, what are the chances you set up an elaborate, scavenger hunt?
All right. So how about this for an app idea? An automated scavenger hunt that you just click a button and then they create a randomized scavenger
And it just
hunt
leads
for
someone
you.
around for like 3 hours,
So it
giving
looks
you time
like
to buy a
it
gift.
looks like you created this entire thing. Yeah, but that's exactly the point.
You're not
Then
fooling
have
anybody.
Time to go out and buy the one gift
You're not
that ends
fooling
up
anybody.
in the last place.
So,
You put that in
you're,
the last
you're telling
place.
me, I'm like, hey Whitney, happy Valentine's Day, and she's like, hey, and I'm like, so this year I got you hang on, it's calibrating the list. I got you a scavenger hunt, and it's like,
Right.
find a blue rock by the river, find a
Right.
piece of toilet paper from Home
That
Depot.
actually seems like a plot
From
line
a-
for a Black Mirror episode.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
and she's like, thank you, honey, you
Turns
really
out she was,
thought
like,
of me.
distributing cocaine this entire time. And they have it like on camera. It was like, no. It was,
The bomb doesn't
was
go
child
off.
porn. It was
The bomb
child
does
porn
not
on
go
the
off
speed.
until she's reached every location.
You can't say that on the
I
internet.
can't say that on the
No.
internet. I'm locked out.
Taliban, Al Qaeda,
I think that's a
bomb,
Bomb.
9/11.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I think we're off the air
Plane,
now.
plane tickets to
Subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe.
He can just take. No, all we have to do is play an ad, a third-party ad. That's the only thing that Facebook shuts down.
Brought to you by Star Trek. Okay.
Brought
next
to you
story.
by Ford.
Was that the last one?
That was,
That's it.
that was the
it.
last
Yeah,
one.
okay.
Well, that wraps it up. So all those shitty ideas, if you don't like any of them, then maybe you should just take your loved one out.
I really want to know, Kyle. What are you doing for your wife for Valentine's Day?
We are going to dinner with my daughter.
Ooh.
Valentine's Day, I kind of have a sweet deal going on because my
Yeah.
birthday is 2 days afterwards.
Oh.
Oh.
So,
So is she treating you to dinner?
here's the thing. I, every year, ask for not having to do anything for Valentine's Day as my present.
It never works.
brilliant.
Never works.
That is
does it?
brilliant.
That's a very adult thing to do. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? You don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. I was like, let's just go to dinner.
What about
Family thing. That's it.
what about you and your girlfriend?
So she's in Miles City for school.
You lucked out.
So yeah, I got a whole extra day. So we're actually on.
You can try out Uber
on
escorts.
Thursday. We're going out. We're gonna celebrate on Thursday the 15th.
So you're still gonna celebrate.
We're going to Art House.
Oh, well,
Cinema.
perfect.
Yeah. So she
I'm gonna
got
sit
little
right
things.
behind
We're
you
gonna
and kick the
go
chair.
Do it.
And I'm still trying to last minute
And then
Tinder.
we got reservations at Petroleum Club.
Yeah. And
Get some work done.
She's gonna love this. Her two favorite people in the world.
Yes.
and I'm still
Kyle, who argues medical stuff to her, and Chase, who thinks that the entire world is falling apart and 9/11 is an inside job.
Yep. And I'm just sitting here swiping right on Tinder. So
Hey,
Oh, I ran out of
What happens
people.
when you get yourself on Tinder?
you can't get yourself unless you have your options set to both men and women.
But what,
What if? How many alternate personalities do you have on there? Fake profiles.
I do not have a fake profile on
Bullshit.
Tinder. I really don't.
All right. Well, if you liked our episode of iDoctor After Hours, you can expect only more from us. We're getting a even better studio next week. Some improvements are coming up in the pipeline. Plus,
And thank you for the audio listeners for your first episode of the official podcast
right.
version of iDoctor After Hours.
very
Brought
first.
to you by Geeks of Azeroth.
brought to you by Geeks of Azeroth and our
Live
best
on
NPR
Sundays.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's turn the
I
camera.
show it?
Actually,
Do I
you can
show it?
see over here. We've got this corner. We're going to paint it all green. That is
Chroma key.
That is the future of iDoctor After Hours right here.
Let me describe the space magnitude.
They can't hear you.
This.
So he's saying, "Let me describe this space to you in magnitude of this."
It's a very
Grab the
big
mic.
studio.
It's a
Grab the
very
mic.
big studio.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
We're portable.
It's a very big studio. We're gonna have space from here to here.
Let me ask you this, Patrick. Do you think the green is actually going to round out the wall?
We're done.
That's the idea.
Because we need, as long as we have the lights, like even if you pointed the lights there right now, it would blind out the white, and you would have a solid white background. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have an entire. Ooh, look at that.
Oh, green screens are trippy when you like move a camera.
And we're
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
So
We're back.
don't forget, every week you're gonna get live notifications. You can now watch us on YouTube as well as Facebook.
Yeah,
And listen
we'll
to
be-
us on iTunes or Stitcher or whatever kind of podcasting platform you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Available on Android and
iTunes.
iTunes, Apple devices, iOS devices. So there's no reason not to listen to us. Like, share, comment, and let us know how you like it.
Hey, say hi to our boy real quick.
And one special shout out to our boy.
Baranya!
All right, thank you everybody for watching iDoctor After Hours. I'm Patrick.
I'm Kyle.
Asher.
I'm Kyle.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time.
Are we off the air?